I'm excited about my next guest, man. It's about to be game-changing. When I say this dude is one of the most relentless dudes I know, like when he set a target, when he set a goal, he does not stop until he hit the goal, and it's always bigger. Like the other day I said, yo, what's the goal? He said 256 million. I'm like, well, I ain't thinking big enough. Like every conversation you have, it should be pushing you to want to go to the next level. If you're having conversations and they're not pushing you, you probably shouldn't be having them. If you're having conversations and everybody's always on the receiving end of the call, you probably shouldn't be having them. I feel so good that when whether it's a DM, whether it's a text, whether it's a phone call, whatever, I love that every conversation I have is mutually beneficial. It's not just one-sided, right? So this next guest, I need y'all to get up out of y'all feet for a second, man. This man is running $20-30 million company right now, and I know he's going to get hundreds of millions, and he's going to eventually sell the company. He's an operation wizard. He's an amazing leader. He's somebody who goes all in on his personal development. He's probably one of the only other people I know that's spent probably more or close to what I spent on personal development. He's an all-in type of guy. So when I bring my brother Bill up, I need y'all to make some noise because he's about to blow it down with so many different wealth keys that will literally help transform your business and your life. So as you run up to the stage, I need y'all to make some noise for my brother, Bill Hauser.
When I walk through the door, I'm talking cash flow. And if you know like I know, you getting cash flow. Prove what? Getting money, never losing no.
All right, everyone. All right, stay standing up. Stay standing up. All right. So there will be no nodding off in this session. All right. If I see one person nodding off, all right, I'm going to be like, ah! All right. Yo, this is the energy it takes.
Oh, yeah. Text it to me.
Okay? Like, I saw a couple people. I mean, I saw some players, and they were like, you know, I saw some nodding, man. I was like, what is the purpose? Everyone, I want you to say this with me. What's the purpose in 3, 2, 1? Okay, when I see people yawning, I'm like, what is the purpose? Yawning is a sign of lack of attachment to purpose. You have time to yawn? Yo, I am scared every day. I'm going to spend $4.8 million on advertising. I'm 30 years old. This is my 4th year in business. Okay? Like, I'm like, every day. Okay? I was talking to Law Payne over there. Okay? Like, I'm supposed to be speaking. I took 10 pages of notes just talking to him for 5 minutes. He's going to do $350 million this year. $350. He was doing $20 million. I'm doing $20 million, $23.4 million this year. Okay, like he 3 years ago. No. That's nothing. Okay, notice this. Like if I were to go compliment any of these amazing guys over here, they'd just push it off and be like, "Nah, it's nothing." Okay, so what we're going to talk about, everyone, I want us to sit down. Okay, let's sit down. But, you are not sitting down, hunching over throughout this, okay? Can I get one okay in 3, 2, 1? Okay, and by the way, we got all these virtual, amazing human beings, and we haven't been saying hello to them. So hi, virtual. Okay, you may be in your kitchen, maybe in your bedroom, you may be in your basement, but I'm looking at you, okay? All right, so let's get this going. I'm going to talk about first, well, Neil wanted me to talk about how to get the money, right? I mean, it's like what everyone loves, right? So what I want to first talk about is the progress triangle. But before that, like, I just want to, I guess, express that I don't have this figured out. Like, when I met Nehemiah, we were at a pool in Presidential City, in Philadelphia where he lived. We were in a pool. We were each doing around $1 million a year. And I met him, and I was like, okay. Like, I felt all confident. I was like, yeah, man, we just did $1 million. And then he was like, I just did $1 million. I was like, oh, I guess I'm not special. And a week before that, I met Grant Cardone, and it was like one of my first boot camps with him. I did this VIP thing, and I was with him, and I got up in front of 500 people at this like Grant Cardone conference. I was like, I just did $83,000 a month. That's like the famous number in like digital marketing. When you hit that 83.3 number, you're like, oh my God, I did it. And Grant looks at me in front of 500 people, and he goes, is Neo in here? He knows exactly what he said. He made direct eye contact with me in front of 500 people and said, you bragging or complaining? Okay? Now, fast forward before that, 2008, my family went bankrupt, lost everything, walked in on my dad with another woman, only child, and everything broke apart in 2008. Our house got repossessed, everything we owned. We went bankrupt, and I went through 5 years of debilitating anxiety disorder. Like, I went through the most, oh my gosh, detrimental anxiety disorder where 5 years I was walking down the sidewalk. I thought people were going to pull a gun on me, pull a knife on me. The only person that I felt like I was talking to was my psychologist. Everyone else I felt like I was lying to. It was the most painful experience of my life, and it's the thing I'm most grateful for. So I watched my dad's business go under in 2008 because he didn't know how to invest. He didn't know how to what? Invest. He didn't know how to what? Invest. Okay? He didn't know how to invest in the business. Now, I love my dad, but he had this infection I call good year-itis. Okay? Every single year at the end of the year, he would ask his accountant, he'd go, do we have a good year? Like, he didn't even know his profit margins. He didn't have a strategic plan going into the business. He just, like, crossed his fingers every year. It was like, let's just milk out what we can. Right? So I saw all this. I was gathering all this data. And when I started SMB Team, which is my company, we sell marketing and coaching to lawyers. Right? So I got nothing to sell, unless you're a lawyer in here, because that's our niche. Right? So I went all in on marketing and coaching for lawyers, and I followed the complete opposite approach that my dad did. When I started SMB Team, now, Nehemiah was one of the only people that didn't laugh at me when I told him this. I said, in the pool, when I met Neo, I will do $256 million per year in 2026. I was doing $1 million at that point. And he didn't like blink, he didn't flinch, he didn't say, he didn't laugh. Most times I tell people that, they're like, oh, stretch goals. Good for you, man. I'm like, you don't get this. Like, I am dead serious, okay? So I wrote out an Excel spreadsheet for 10 years in my business. Year 1, 500K. Year 2, 1.5. Year 3, 4. Year 4.5. Year 4, 8.8. Year 5, 15. Right? So I had every single year's revenues pre-projected before I even made a sale. All in an Excel spreadsheet. Right? So year 1, I failed. I did 466, not 500. Right? That's what I call the Rainmaker Year. How many of you are in the Rainmaker Year under 500K? Right? You're doing all the sales yourself, right? It's very dependent on you, right? Year 2 is where we start learning inbound lead generation, right? Where we start generating leads through the internet. You can get to 500K on relationships. It's hard to get to that 1.5 mark without some inbound lead flow, right? So that second year, the goal is 1.5, and did I fail or did I succeed? Go ahead. 3, 2, 1. It was like half and half. Okay, I failed. I did 1.4, right? And at this point, Grant was like one of my top mentors for those first 2 years. And I did all these things with Grant. And I learned the power of the 10X rule, right? Where I kept setting these big goals for me because I was 26 at the time when I set my 500K goal, right? And he was like, dude, just keep setting the target higher, keep setting the target higher. And I learned that, and I want everyone to write this down, when your failures become successes, you know you're setting the right size goals. Like when other people look at your failures and they're like, what? Wait, you did what? Right? In how much time? You're like, but no, you don't understand. I don't take that compliment. I go, no. I didn't reach the target. No, you don't get it, right? So then the next year, the goal was to do 4.5, and we failed again. We did 4. That was my third year in business. And then last year, we did just around 15 million, and this year, our low target is 23.4, but we'll probably do 35. I just got to spend more money on marketing, which I was loving everything they were saying, because like that is my secret weapon. Like no one's going to outspend me in the legal niche, right? So what we're going to talk about is the progress triangle. But first, there's a formula that I want everyone to write down, and it's the 20, 40, 10 rule. See, most businesses die because lack of vision. Okay? Most businesses die because of lack of vision. So my personal mentor is Cameron Herold, who is the former chief operating officer of 1-800-GOT-JUNK. I meet with him 2 times per month. He's scaled 1-800-GOT-JUNK to $106 million a year in 5 years. And he's my personal coach now. And he wrote this book that's called The Vivid Vision. It's called the what? Say it one more time, the what? Okay, virtually, type it into the chat. I'm watching you, okay? So I wrote this 3-year picture of exactly what my business would look like. It's in a PDF form. We use it in every single part of our business. We have 44 full-time W-2 in-house employees, not freelancers, 44 full-time W-2 in-house employees in a physical office space. And every single person is bought into the Vivid Vision. It's the secret. It is the secret. Okay? So that vision is a 3-year out projection of 4 numbers. Now, I know this is going to go a little crazy, but I got to give you these 4 numbers because it's the key. Employee Net Promoter Score is the first number that's most important. So ENPS, you can write down. So ENPS. The second most important number is NPS, which stands for Net Promoter Score. The third most important number is profit margin. And the fourth most important number when scaling a business is gross revenue, okay? So I followed an inverse approach to scaling my business where I focused first on making sure that my team was happy, right? I focused all of my time on making sure that every single person that I hired throughout this journey had a clear career path, and they knew how they could actually grow within my company. See, so many business owners start their business and they use freelancers to scale, right? They hire all these freelancers, but you don't have control over your future if that freelancer decides to not live up to your standards. So one takeaway I want to share with everyone is hire W-2 employees. Like, hire real employees. There is no forcing function. Okay, I'll say it one more time. Forcing function. What did I say? Say it one more time. Okay, I'm going to actually show an example of this, okay? I hope I don't turn off my mic. Actually, let me do it up here. Okay, can I go any lower right now? Why? What am I hitting? Okay. Okay, so what do I need in order to get above the floor? Okay, all I need is inspiration. Anyone can get off the floor. All I need is the inspiration to get up off the floor. So when Neo and these amazing 8-figure entrepreneurs up here that you just got to learn from talk about, I'm going to outspend my competition, I'm going to do what other people in my industry won't do, like that is the secret. So this is the 20-40-10 rule, okay? The 20-40-10 rule is a forcing function. It's a what? Say it one more time. What? Okay, it's a forcing function that literally forces you to scale your business. Okay? So the reason I will spend $4.8 million this year on advertising is because I know, there is no doubt, I know for sure I am going to do $23.4 million this year. There's no going back. So when's the right time to spend that much money on marketing? Wait, someone just say it. That just to remind me. When? I'm just having a brain fart. Wait, what? What? Okay? So take whatever your 12-month revenue goal is. Okay? You guys wrote this down earlier. You should have this written down. Start spending that divided by 12 right now on marketing. 20% of your annual revenue goal, bye-bye from your bank account. See you later. Let's have a funeral, everyone. Okay? Let's mourn the loss of the protective money you've had. Okay? The beautiful thing about spending a ton of money on ads, and you guys know this, it creates like this, your back is literally up against the wall. Like when you're spending like three, look at my freaking, I'm like shaking right now. Like we're about to get Michelle Obama for our next event. We already have Kevin O'Leary confirmed for our next event. I spent $72,500 on Gary Vee 2 weeks ago. I had James Clear, author of Atomic Habits. I had Damon John at my last event. I had dude, I'm shelling out hundreds of thousands of dollars on speakers. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why? Well, first of all, we all learned how to sell. So the only way you would spend that much money on marketing is if you were forced to learn the skill of turning that marketing spend into a return. If you're not forced to learn the skill, you're not going to learn it quickly. So everyone who wants to ball on a budget, I'm going to build my brand organically. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to put out all my stuff. And hopefully people find it. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do the cheat code. I'm just going to spend an arm and a leg until I'm like panicking when I shake people's hands. I'm like, I just can't see your hand because I'm like scared all the time. But here's the thing, you get used to being scared. It becomes the best feeling. Like I went through years of anxiety disorder. There is nothing worse than that, man. I will take eustress over distress any day of the week. Anyone know the difference? Okay? Stress. Okay? Eustress is excitement-oriented stress. Like those of you who joined Neo's Inner Circle, when you bought it, did you feel that eustress? That stress? Oh, right? But it's like, I just right? I don't really know how you know? And just look at the client results. Just look at, it's because Neo gave you the ability to pay a premium. What word did I just use? The ability. The ability to pay a premium. Think about that. Wow, isn't that exciting? The ability. I paid a premium once, and I'm all good. I survived. Wow, well, I can pay another premium. I could pay another premium. I could pay another premium. I could pay another premium. Okay, the second piece of the 20-40-10 rule, this is literally it. Like, this is it. 20-40-10. Like, just take this away and go actually do it. 20% of your goal on marketing, okay? That's not including staff. That's not including 1099s. I'll explain that in a second. 40% is spent on payroll or COGS, C-O-G-S, okay? Cost of goods sold, okay? Payroll or freelancers, we'll put it, okay? So I want to do $1 million. What's 40% of $1 million? Okay, come on, say it like multimillionaires. Come on. Okay? So literally, this is the question to ask yourself. How can I spend $400K? If you want to do 10 million, how can I spend $4 million on payroll? I am telling you this. If you start paying $4 million in payroll, my payroll is going to be $8 million this year. $8 million in payroll, right? Okay, this is the beautiful thing. Just like spending a lot of money on ads forces you to be a better marketer, spending a lot of money on people forces you to be a better leader. Forces you to be a better what?
Leader.
What?
Leader.
Okay? So I study leadership. I don't need to know all the marketing stuff. I have a 7 full-time in-house person marketing team now. I have a copywriter, I have a funnel builder, I have an ads manager. Like, this is the thing. I was talking to someone at lunch about this. How fast can you be the dumbest person in your company and the dumbest person in the room? You guys know how many followers I have? I'm so famous. I have 10,000 followers on Instagram. I have 4,500 on YouTube. Okay? Like, nobody knows who I am. How many of you did not know who I am before this? Okay? I'm pretty pumped about that. You know? I still collected $20 million from the marketplace and no one knows me. Right? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't need people to know me. I need people to pay me. I am very much, I'm being, joking. Every lawyer knows me, because that's my niche, right? Which I'm going to talk about that at the end of the presentation, how to choose a money-making niche, right, at the end, okay? But that 20-40-10 rule, if you just follow that, if you pre-invest in marketing, pre-invest in payroll, and hiring people who are smarter, dumber or smarter? Huh? What did he say? Okay, put into the chat, by the way. Hire people who are smarter than you. Why did we spend the whole first day of this event and we're not showing you how to log? Step 1, how to log into Facebook ads. Step 2, how to click this little button. Step 3, I expect everyone in this room to be big enough thinkers to where you can spend the money on the people who know how to do the stuff instead of learning the stuff yourself. Okay, I was just at a mastermind with everyone in the room doing over $15 million. It's called War Room for the last 2 days. Okay, I got dinner with Pete Vargas. I got dinner with Ty Lopez, the CEO. Like, it was insane. I was the smallest little pew in the room, right? And they're all following this principle. Okay, my dude Rudy, who I was with, he's doing like Rudy Moore, he's doing like $20 million a year. He has like 40 full-time staff and a legitimate office space. Like, man, I'm interested in that. Like a real meaty business. You know what I mean? So let's talk about the last 10%. So 20, 40, 10. What's that last 10%? Huh? In yourself? Personal development. Yep, see? All the inner circles are getting it, right? This is the cheat code, okay? I met, I think, all of these guys in a $50,000 mastermind. Okay? Who's going to be speaking tomorrow, all right? Like, that's where I met them. They shelled out the $50K. How do you get in the room? You spend the money. $50K is nothing if your targets are 20, 40, 50, 200, 500, a billion. It's nothing. It's the cheat code. So anytime I have a goal, like right now, I'm spending $600,000 a year on coaches right now. And why am I being so cheap? I'm going to 256. No. I'm going to 256. Like, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about you getting that clear. Why is it exactly 256? I want everyone to write this down. It's okay to want what you want. Everyone's like, oh, I'm a social, giving back entrepreneur. Dude, it's called the Silicon Valley mission statement lie. It's a recruiting hack. Okay? Like all these Silicon Valley tech companies, they go, oh, we're really solving this baby growth problem. Like, I'm like, what are you even talking about? Baby growth? That doesn't make any sense. Right? They're like some weird like movement that they're trying to solve. No. Like all entrepreneurs are just crazy maniacs that learn how to sell something and learn how to give value to people. And so, you just like doing it. You like progress. It's just natural to be an entrepreneur. It's natural to sell stuff to people that you believe in. You don't have to justify it to everyone that it's some big mission. dude, I'm doing 256. I don't need to tell you why or where the 6 came from. I'm going there. Dude, I went out to dinner with Sam Ovens, the owner of consulting.com last night, or 2 nights ago. And Sam Ovens was like, does anyone know Sam Ovens, consulting.com? Yeah, some of you? Yeah, so he started a SaaS company, he's super introverted. And I was out to dinner with him, and he goes, he's like, why the 256, Bill? And I'm just like, and he wouldn't stop grilling me. Why? So I just want it. I don't know. Whatever. It's not a big deal, right? And I'm in love with progress. I'm in love with the journey, of can I really choose my revenue goal next year? Could I really do that? How many of you, let me just see raise of hands in the room. How many of you would like to be able to set a revenue or profit target and be able to know with 100% certainty that you could reach it? Yeah? Okay? So the question is, what's everything in between? Now, I'm going to blow everyone's mind with this. The 10% you spend on personal development makes you deserve a return on investment from what you spend on payroll and what you spend on marketing. It's called the deserve it factor. Charlie Munger, right-hand man of Warren Buffett, right? No person, the world is not yet a crazy enough place to reward a whole bunch of undeserving people, is what he said. This is who Bill Gates and Warren Buffett call the smartest living human on earth. Okay? If you want to hire 15 people for your vision or 20 people or 40 people for your vision, you don't deserve to make a return out of that if you haven't learned about leadership and delegation and vision, how to excite other people to show up to work every day. Right? I'm only teaching this because I know everyone in here is going to be multimillionaires, and you are going to need people to make that happen. You guys saw how many people Neo has on his side pulling off this event? Study what Neo does in addition to what he says. Is everyone still awake, by the way? Is everyone still with me? Raise the noise real quick. Raise the noise. Raise the noise. Raise the noise. Is everyone still with me? Okay. Dang! Hallelujah. All right. So let's talk about the progress triangle, okay? So there's 3 things that create rapid progress, short-circuit progress in a human brain, okay? Number 1 is what's called pain of payment, which I talked about originally, okay? One of the first things I just brought up. So pain of payment creates a trigger response in the human brain that releases what's called nature's happy drug, which is dopamine, right? So that's that euphoria, right? But it also releases just enough cortisol, which is nature's fear drug, right? So that you have enough fear to take action. So when you spend a lot of money on something, it triggers a simultaneous release of dopamine and cortisol, which gives you the feeling of excitement to take action, but enough fear to where your back's up against the wall to make that action actually have a return. Can I get a yes if you're following me? Yes. Okay, so that's pain of payment. Now, you are 800% more likely to reach your goals if you embrace pain of payment, according to Harvard Business School. That means 8 times more likely. So the more money you spend, you are 8 times more likely to reach your revenue goal. Okay? Separately, this is a triangle. At the top of the triangle is pain of payment. Okay? Down here, on this side of the triangle, is what's called the group accountability effect. Okay? So what happens is, the reason why I'm at all these masterminds and surrounding myself with people who make me feel stupid all the time, quite frankly, is because it works. Group accountability effect was studied when they were looking at whether or not people who worked out together stuck through with their workout routines more than people who just grinded it out and said, I'm going to go to the gym alone and follow my own disciplined habits. Willpower doesn't work. There's a book by Benjamin Hardy, who I was actually just at a mastermind with 4 days ago. Benjamin Hardy wrote this book called Willpower Doesn't Work, and the reason it doesn't work is because it's easier to design your environment in a way where your goals happen than it is to fight your environment. So group accountability effect, the people who embraced this in fitness, they were 5 times more likely to follow through with their exercise routines because they had an accountability buddy. Is it hard, let me just ask the room, yes or no, is it hard to have an accountability buddy? Is that sweat and so hard work? Yes or no? No, right? It's just thinking, how can I hold myself accountable by creating a group environment that holds me to my goals? That's group accountability effect. So we have pain of payment, group accountability effect, and then the third is the calendar effect. Okay? Now, this is something I learned from Ryan Dice, founder of digitalmarketer.com, who I was with 2 days ago as well at this amazing mastermind I was at. He says, commitments are made in the wallet and the calendar. Commitments are made in the what? Okay, say it one more time. What? Okay. Show me your transaction history. Show me what's in the calendar. And I don't need to hear any words from you about what you're committed to. Don't tell me what you're committed to. Show me your transaction history. Show me what's in your calendar. I can report back to you like a forensic detective and just say, well, we put together the numbers and here's what you're committed to. Right? This guy who's in one of my masterminds, he scaled his business to 40 million in like 3 years. It's crazy. I was like, how'd you do that, man? He's like super young, and he goes, oh, it's pretty simple. Your business will grow in direct proportion to what you invest in it. I was like, what? Is that simple? Yeah, it's just time and money. How? Everyone's distracted, okay? I hear stuff on crypto. I hear stuff on real estate. I hear stuff on this. I'm just like, I don't know anything about anything except for the thing I'm doing. Like, I can't even tell you what's going on in the news. I just don't know. I'm too committed right now. Like, I don't know. There's probably costs to that too. I'm willing to take those costs though. I'm willing to take that commitment, right? So when you combine these 3 factors, pain of payment, okay, group accountability effect, and the calendar effect, at the center of this progress triangle, okay, is where your purpose becomes real. When you combine these together, I did the math before this, it's like you're over 180 times more likely to reach your goals. That's 100 and, I don't even know what that is, 1,800%, I don't know, whatever. 180 times more likely to reach your goals if you combine the force multiplier of these 3 factors. Show me who's in your social group, show me what you're spending money on, and show me what's in your calendar. Show me what's in your social group, show me what you're spending money on, show me what's in your calendar. It's really that simple. It's literally like, it's like a rope is like pulling you towards your goal. Like, I want to go to sleep. I want to go not work out. I want to go not do my purpose. I want to go. I can't. My group is pulling me. My investments are pulling me. Does everyone catch that? Right? That's just respecting gravity. So what I'm going to bring us through real quick, okay, is I wrote these down. So the 20-40-10 rule, okay, the progress triangle. Now I'm going to go through a fast-moving list of wealth tips. But I'm going to say it's not really wealth. It's more like how to get 10 mil in the bank account. Would anyone want to know how to do that? All right, that's not wealth, though. That's a level below wealth. Just money in the bank account. Like, wealth is investments and cash flow, right? So it's not even wealth, but it said wealth tips up there. So I'm just telling you, this actually isn't wealth. This is how to get 10 mil in a bank account, okay? First thing is, and I need everyone unanimously to write this down, virtually and in person. Do I have everyone's commitment? You're not going to fall asleep. You're actually going to pay attention to this, okay? All right. Number 1, $1 million is the new average. $1 million is the new average. Like it's nothing. Take it out of your head. We've been hypnotized that it's like some accomplishment. All right. Number 2, currency comes from the word current. Comes from the word what? Current. Say it again. What? Current. Okay. Currency comes from the word current. Okay. So think about this. The frequency through which you and your business operates will determine the size of your bank account. The frequency of execution, the frequency of new products you roll out, the frequency of new marketing ideas you roll out, the frequency of transactions. Okay? It's literally, think about Amazon, right? It literally controls transactions. It's just a middleman for transactions. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. To me, that. It just controls transactions, all right? Number 3, everything reflects onto its own kind. If you're not a buyer, you're not going to attract buyers. So I want everyone to say, I'm a buyer. In 3, 2, 1. I'm a buyer. Okay? You're a buyer. I'm a buyer. Dude, if I get on a sales call, it's done. I'm buying. And by the way, that's why we build teams. That's why we have executive assistants. That's why we have employees, right? They protect the visionary crazy person like me from being on the sales call because I'm going to buy it. You sell it, I'm going to buy it. Right? It is what it is. All right? So it's not your money is number 4, right? Trap's laughing because it's, Okay? Number 4, it's not your money. We gotta end this possessiveness around it's my money. It's my money. No. It's not your money. You are temporarily deluding yourself that this is your money. No, money's a pass-through thing. And there's times where you can put your hands out and have it in your hands and have collected it temporarily. It's never your money though. Right? Money is a tool. If you believe money is your money, you're not going to use it as a tool. It's not your money. Money, it's digits in a freaking bank account. 97% of currency is digital nowadays. So when you say I'm afraid to spend money, you're literally saying I'm afraid to see a digit change in a fictional virtual account that someone told me was my financial well-being. That's how I think of it at least, but maybe I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy. All right, number 5, vision cures all limiting beliefs. Vision cures all limiting beliefs, right? So do the upside math. The upside math. Neo hit on this. What if it goes right? Right? What if it goes right? What's the opportunity cost of me not investing if it goes right? Think about that. Vision cures all limiting beliefs. I know I'm going to X. Therefore, it's easy to invest. If I don't know where I'm going, though, hard to invest. True or false? Okay, true or false in 3, 2, 1. True. Okay? So get clear on the vision. That's why I write down my goals every single day. I pace around in my kitchen every morning and recite to myself, by the 31st day of December 2026, I will have in my possession $256 million in annualized revenues, of which will come to me in various amounts from time to time during the interim. And I have this whole thing I go through. It's from the book Think and Grow Rich. I've repeated that to myself every single day for 7 years. Every single morning. Do I believe with undoubtedly level of confidence that there's going to be no adversity, that I'm just going to easily hit 256? No. So I got to talk myself into it every day until my brain just gives up and goes, all right. Yeah. I don't deserve to hit that revenue number right now. And I know it. I got to learn way different levels of leadership and acquisitions and I'm not even close to deserving it. And that's cool. Focus on the top line, not the hundreds of bottom lines. Okay? The profit and loss statement of a business, reflects the fears of the human mind. Okay? When you look at a profit and loss statement, income in, expense, 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 expense. Right? It's like 1,000 expenses and like 2 little income lines. It literally reflects the human mind. We think of all the expense, how can we cut costs, how can we da-da-da-da-da. Dude, hire people to handle all that. Just focus on growing the top line. Grow the top line, grow the top line, grow the top line. Revenue is profit potential. Remember this. Revenue is profit potential. Number 7, don't let money sit still. This is the broke and rich belief, I call it. You can be broke and rich. By the way, when you're in scaling mode, if you're not broke, like, there's a problem. Like, everyone wants to scale on profit. Just study the most successful companies on planet Earth and tell me which companies that made it to the Fortune 500 list that just had perfect profit margins through every single year. It depends. Are you willing to invest in your future? Right? Amazon took a net loss for, I think, almost 20 years and made the richest man in the world at one point. Right? We're all focused on hoarding profit, hoarding profit. Pfft, screw that, man. I'll let all my competitors hoard the profit, right? So I can build wealth. All right? Number 8, get mad about the opposite stuff. What? What's he talking about? He's got to have losed it, man. He was going good until he said that. Get mad about the opposite stuff? Come on. All right, what am I talking about? All right? Okay. Anything you've gotten mad about from an investment perspective, get mad about the opposite. Okay? Those of you who invested in, Neo's mastermind, okay? You were probably like fired up, like, it costs what? Right? It costs what? Right? I'm telling you to get mad about the fact that you thought that costed a lot. Right? Like, yeah, get mad about the opposite. Come on. Like, okay, I was looking at the Forbes list. I didn't even think about bringing this up. I was looking at the Forbes list like last week. Bezos lost $2 billion in a day of his net worth in one day. Do you think he felt any piece of that? No, not at all. Get mad about the opposite stuff. I'm only spending X on marketing? Shame on me. Okay, number 9, don't spend time to get money and results. This is the secret right here. You're going to learn all this stuff from this conference. You just heard some of the best people literally in the game teach you what they're doing in the market. You're going to have this whole to-do list, right? The smartest people. Okay, when I was talking to Law Payne, he's like, I don't do anything anymore. Like, I do $350 million this year. I'm not doing anything this year. Like, you should have seen him. He was literally sitting there. He had no one texting him. No one, like he's just literally like, what am I going to do? I guess I'll just listen. Right? I'm telling you, man, I know all the largest law firm owners in the United States. This guy, Mike Morse, he runs the largest personal injury law firm in all of Michigan. He's worth $300 million. He's like, I can literally call him 24/7, 365. I'll be like, hey, what's up, Bill? Like, just never has anything in his calendar because he's got a COO. He's got a CMO. He's got a leadership team. He's delegated everything that he's doing. So the best thing, I want everyone, please write this down, reflect it. There's a book by one of my coaches, Dan Sullivan, on this. Please read this book. The book is called Who, Not How. Who, Not How. Yeah, Benjamin Hardy wrote exactly. Dr. Benjamin Hardy, who I was at this mastermind with, one of the leading psychologists in the world, he wrote the book. So Dan Sullivan, his name is on the book, and Dan Sullivan said, I'm going to write a book called Who, Not How, and I'm not going to write it. I'm going to find a who to write the book for me, and so I don't have to learn the how. Who, not how. I'm telling you, this is it. So when you have a to-do list item, I just want to make sure everyone's still with me. Okay? When you have a to-do list item after this event, the highest value task that you could possibly do is put a hyphen next to that to-do list item and say who, meaning who is going to get this done, and deadline. What is the deadline for this to get done? I'm not doing it, though. Because you don't spend time to get money and results. You spend money to buy time and buy results. Okay? That's why we're not going into all the, here's exactly how you drag your landing page stuff. There are so many people. You could hire people on Upwork, on a freelancing website. Like, there's unlimited ways to get it, the how done. You got to focus on the why and the what and run away from the how to. If you want to scale a business, if you want to be chained to your business for the rest of your life, do all the hows. Pretty simple. Answer all the client stuff, do the one-on-one stuff. All right, I'll do my last one. I know Neo's ready to jack everyone up. All right, this is my last one. Who, not how? Yeah. You don't spend time to get money and results. You spend money to buy time and buy results. Great question. Okay? Now, this is the last one I'm going to leave off with. After all this stuff that you'll go through all these calculations, you look at all this different stuff you can do, okay? And you'll come to this realization, just like I did, that the best bet is to double down on your business. And I'll explain. I know crypto's hot. I know NFTs are hot. I know all this stuff's hot, okay? But Zuckerberg didn't become a billionaire investing in NFTs, okay? Like Bezos was not looking into investment opportunities when he was scaling Amazon. Okay? Bill Gates, I just watched the documentary. Everyone should watch the documentary on Netflix from Bill Gates. It's called Inside Bill's Brain. This dude was sleeping, literally sleeping. He would fall asleep on his computer. He like broke his typing pad. When he was scaling, he would fall asleep while coding at 3 a.m. He'd wake up at like 6 a.m. He'd lick sugar off. He had this like sugar pack. He didn't even have time to eat. He would lick sugar off of his hand just to stay awake. And he would code for like 3 days straight. No NFTs, no investing. Finishing the job. Okay? So, step 1, invest in yourself. Step 2, invest in the business. Step 3, then you go into those passive investments. But do not pass go. Don't pass step 1 and step 2 until you've finished what you've set out to do with your business. All right, we done, Neo? You sure?
Y'all getting a lot of value? Yes. Y'all getting a lot of value?
Yes.
What's that? You want me to do all of them? Oh, the 3 steps. Yeah, invest in yourself, number 1. Invest in your business is step 2, and then invest in passive investments, step 3. Don't pass go. Don't pass step 2 until you finish what you set out to do. All right? Now, there's one last thing, and because I was talking to some of you at lunch, and then Neo, just give me like a loud noise or like scream if I need to get off stage. All right. So choose a money-making niche. I'm serious, like if you need me to get off. All right. All right. Choose a money-making niche. All right. Now, I was at this event yesterday with all these extremely successful entrepreneurs. We've done $2 million per event, 6 events in a row in the last 5 months because we've run events with all these big-name thought leaders. And they were all like making excuses for us, like, oh, easy for you, you sell to lawyers. And I was like, take a note on that. Everyone was like saying that the reason our business grew so quick is because I sell to lawyers. Why are they criticizing that? I thought about that on the plane ride here. It's like, isn't that interesting? Why are they criticizing that? And I don't have the answer to that, but I do know this. I did choose a niche. I chose to specialize in a niche that has a higher likelihood of them easily being able to pay. I do know that. Call it luck, call it whatever. I chose a niche that has high profit margin. The average law firm is doing over $500,000 a year. So when I make a $72K offer, they don't have a problem buying that. It's not scary for them to buy it. So my question to everyone is, if we want to get this wealth game down, are you targeting the right niche? It's such a high value piece. Like I've interviewed Jay Abraham 3 times, who's like Tony Robbins' right-hand marketing guy. And Jay Abraham says, the highest value task in a business is business model design. You got the wrong business model, you can't outsell the wrong business model. If your average transaction is $10 a pop, sorry, that's hard to scale. Right? So like, think about what are the industries that have a high average transaction value? Can I augment what my skill set is to cater that to a niche that has a higher likelihood of affording what my expertise are? Okay? Number 2, and then this is the end. And I got a list of things that I learned from lunch, and I was listening to everyone here, because I know everyone's in different situations. Never dig your own grave by what you sell. Meaning, don't extend your personal time. No one-on-ones. Stop now. No one-on-ones. Group everything. Okay, I have 150 lawyers in my mastermind paying me $36K a year for the mastermind, and there is no one-on-one calls. It's all group coaching. I have a program advisor, and I don't even know how much money that is. It's like maybe 6, 7, 8 million, which is like almost all profit. It's one part of my business. Like, the smartest thing I ever did was I did not extend any personal time. But what if they want me? What if they want me? Figure it out. Just don't extend you, because then you can't scale beyond that. And it's going to cause a lot of pain down the road. Number 3, sell everything. Sell what? Everything. Before you're ready. Never, ever create the product first. Just prohibit yourself from doing this. Okay? Sell everything before you're ready. I mean everything. Okay? You can always extend a refund. I did this before. I did an event with Kevin Harrington of Shark Tank, and I sold like 70K from stage, which was not a lot. And Kevin thought it was good, blah, 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 blah. We ended up having to refund people, though, because we projected that we were going to do like 200K, and it wasn't worth our time. We got 0 complaints. Everyone was like, okay, that's fine. And we just told them, hey, we'll notify you whenever Kevin and I do another launch in the future. That's it. We refunded everyone and moved on. It was a great test. Okay, number 4, process creation. A lot of you asked me about, like, how do I create the right processes in my business so I can scale when I was at lunch? Okay, you don't create the processes. If you're in this room listening to Neo, you are a visionary. Okay, like no process creator would be at this event right now. Like, he's a visionary. You guys are listening to a visionary because you are a visionary. You don't create the processes to scale your business. Other people do. Okay? So you need to think, how can I have other people create the systems and processes that will allow me to scale? How can you incentivize someone on your team to create the processes? How can you hire someone who's already built out processes for a business like yours? Again, this comes back, don't be the smartest person in your business. Stop being the smartest person in your business. Okay. The last point I wanted to bring up is crisis costs you nothing. Okay, I was talking with the owner of the event company that put on this event. I don't know if he's in here right now. I think he's right there in the back, yeah. So I was talking with him, and he said that as soon as COVID hit, how many of you had to adapt when COVID hit? Anyone have to adapt when COVID hit? Yeah? Okay. How much did that cost you? That innovation. Yeah, it made money. I had a record month when COVID hit. Most people in this room had record months when COVID hit. Right? So crisis costs you nothing. Crisis is an investment. Crisis, 85% of companies that are started in the Fortune 500 list that lasted over 15 years with sustained growth, meaning all the most successful companies in the Fortune 500 were started in a crisis. 85% of them. Crisis defines an entrepreneur. So I can't wait for the next recession. I can't wait. Oh man, the people are gonna go out of business, people are gonna make excuses, they're gonna, I can't do this, I can't spend this much. Can't. I'm ready. All right, so what are we doing next? Where's Neo? What's he out there? Chit-chatting? All right, who's got some quick questions before we pass the mic? Yeah, great question. What do we provide to the attorneys? So this is really interesting. The reason we're easily able to, I'm ready when you are, Neo, by the way. The reason we're able to charge $72K on our offer is because we have a done-for-you marketing component, and we do coaching. So it's $36K for the coaching, and it's $36K for the marketing for the year, right? So we call it Elite 360, and it's a combined package. It's the coaching program plus the marketing. Check 1, 2. Does that make sense? Yep. Come on up here, man. Come on up here. Let's go. All right, one other question. Anyone else got one? Go ahead.
So you were talking about the rule, the 20-40-10 rule. What about the difference? Is that for yourself?
Snap.
The difference, yeah. So the difference is, so 20% of your future goal should be spent on marketing, 40% on payroll and COGS, and then 10% on personal development. So the rest would be, that's 24, 6, 7.
30%.
That would be essentially profit margin, right? So that'd be 30% profit margin or fixed costs, like if there's other costs in the business. But usually that will be profit margin.
Understood.
But keep in mind, there's a lot of businesses when they're scaling that spend 40% of their gross revenues on marketing. Salesforce.com spent 44% of their gross revenues on marketing when they were scaling. And they became a multi-billion-dollar company. Any last questions? You got one? Yep.
Hey, what's going on, man? What are some indicators that you're in a profitable niche or not in a profitable niche?
Yeah. So I think one good testament to it is how hard would it be for someone to part with, let's say, $50K in your niche? If you can't make a case in one paragraph as to why it will pay for more than $50K 10 times, like why they can't make $500K on that $50K investment, is probably the wrong niche. Make sense?
One more.
Oh, let's go.
For instance, I have a business that has.
Thank you for all the feedback at
Yes,
lunch, because
you
I
were
took
amazing.
everything you told me.
Yes. I have a physical product business and a digital product business. So should I set the goal or the budget separately or combine like average if I'm doing the 10, 40, 20 rule?
So, okay, so you have a physical product and a intangible like coaching. So
Right.
two sides.
Right.
By the way,
Digital only. like
everyone
downloads.
should have both. Okay, like this is one thing before I answer this. Expand your product suite. Okay, the easiest way to make more money is to sell more stuff to the same clientele. Okay?
And the reason why I asked that is because when you said the cost of goods sold, the cost of goods sold on the side of the digital is not nearly the cost of goods
Yep.
sold on the physical side.
So this is why having Neo is the absolute expert in this. He's taught more people to build, coaching-based incomes than
Right.
anyone I know. So yeah. So she's asking all the right questions. So the coaching business should be used to subsidize the product business.
Gotcha.
Okay, this is everyone, all the smartest people, they use a coaching-based business to build the cash flows to reinvest in something that can build real wealth, like a software product, a product business. The way you can sell a company for 100 mil plus is on product side.
Right.
It's very hard to sell a coaching-based business for 100 mil plus because there's a face to it.
Right. Hence why we're developing software and an app that goes with
Yep.
our coaching.
Everyone should start doing that.
Yeah.
But don't let that distract your focus. Finish what you started. Great question. Thank you.
Hey, I'm honored and grateful for your wisdom. My question is, how do you know when to or how do you know who to hire when it comes to ads? Because I've hired multiple people, and the ads just wasn't adding.
Yep. The ads weren't adding up. All right. So everyone goes through this same problem when you try to outsource ads. It is a very high value skill, especially when you're spending a lot of money on ads. So first of all, you have to learn enough about ads to be dangerous, but you shouldn't be doing the ads yourself. Here's the hack, okay? I have an internal ads manager on my marketing team. I pay her $95,000 a year. Yeah. So because it's that high value, so I would suggest putting up a legitimate hiring ad for a real employee, not a freelancer, and start working towards hiring someone and how many employees do you have right now? 15? Oh, dude, if you have 15, hire an ads manager. Yeah, if you have 15 employees, your next job, that posting that you put up on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, LinkedIn ads is just say just like Facebook ads manager, and then list out exactly what you want them to manage, what the budget is, what the vision is, and make a full-time hire on ads. It's been the best decision. It's made me millions of dollars having an in-house ads manager. Yep, absolutely. Yep, okay, last one. Go ahead. Oh, does anyone have the microphone? Wait, where am I going? Microphone. Thank you, everyone.
What was the first employee that you hired, and what was the job description? What was their objective?
Okay, yeah, so this is why I always say everyone needs to get over 20 employees, because it allows specialization of role, right? So the first person you're gonna hire is gonna be someone like admin help. So it's usually gonna be a jack of all trades, right? So it's gonna be someone who can handle a lot of different stuff, especially your calendar, especially your email, because you cannot spend time in your email or booking low value stuff. So it's got to be someone with organizational skills and administrative skills, preferably if you need help on marketing, with marketing experience. Just keep in mind, the chance of that first hire sticking through year 2 is less than 5%. So you probably will have to fire them. Because the type of person that joins a new company is usually not the type of person that can be held accountable in a 20-plus person company. So you will have to usually fire that person. I've fired over 30 people in the last 2 years on a 44-person team. So I'm done. Let's bring Neo back up!